Shall we make a bet on how many games it's going to take on a live comp until I actually win one? And I'm not allowed to use FA Cup games against lower league teams. I'm going to say 6 games, I think. 6 live comp games. So we'll take the first one against Middlesbrough. This is the second one against Norwich. So 4 more and then we'll probably win one on a live comp. Could you imagine if I decided to show a live comp against a team in the lower divisions who I had to play in an FA Cup replay? Imagine that. Oh shit, it's happening. The last episode saw us disappointingly lose at home to Fleetwood 1-0 in a battle at the bottom of the league, and the results after that have been pretty disastrous. It took us until extra time to dispatch of Carlisle United in the FA Cup third round replay after the 2-2 draw in the original tie, and then we drew Rotherham in the fourth round away from home of League One. So, I mean, I've got to play the replay in this episode now. But we haven't won in the league since we beat Swansea away 1-0, so at least things are going well there. And unsurprisingly, that poor run of form in the league has seen us drop back into the drop zone, so it's now giving me the ultimatum that if I do get relegated again, I'll most likely get sacked, and that brings to the end of the series. I mean, you can't make a series called Attempting Not to Get Sacked and then get sacked and relegated twice, can you? In the FA Cup 5th round draw, we were drawn against Grimsby at home of League 2, and that's only if we beat Rotherham in the replay, so that could be an easy way to the quarterfinals, if anything. And considering that I've now sent our team into financial ruin, I might as well focus on the FA Cup instead of the league this year. I meant we could win the FA Cup. We won't, but I meant we could still win it. In the 2-1 defeat to Norwich at home, Geordie Hewler broke his ankle, which means that he's out for the rest of the season, which means we're getting very close to confirming our relegation already. But we move into the game against Rotherham United at home, and it's an FA Cup replay after we drew 0-0 at their ground, and it's a must win because if we do win, we play weaker opposition in the next round. And after taking everything into consideration, we will have to play our strongest team against Rotherham, so Mark Gillespie starts off in goal after Ilario Guardian got injured in the last episode. The back four is pretty much the same as it's always been. Our midfield 3 sees Samba Diakite playing in a defensive midfield role, while Jackson Irvine and Liam Grimshaw play in central midfield. And because of Geordie Hewler's injury, it means Graham Carey is shifted out onto the right wing, with Bakary Sakho playing on left, and Dominic Samuel once again leading the line for us. If I say that this is the most important game of the season, it does sound like I am a broken record, doesn't it? Because every game I seem to live com seems to become the most important game of the season. But we play Rotherham, who are in League 1 in the FA Cup 4th round, and we would have Grimsby Town of League 2 in the 5th round of the FA Cup, which potentially could mean we could end up in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. And considering how much shit I am in financially, it's probably the biggest thing that could happen to us this year. Although it doesn't really help that we've had to go to a replay to beat them. Looking at Rotherham's team, I mean, they've got a few ex-Premier League players in there. Matt Jarvis is in there. Leighton Baines is on the bench. I mean, even Sammy Amiobi's on the bench. I mean, another former Burnley player that was on the mic control. You remember him? Sammy Amiobi didn't play that often for me. They've even got Lewis Grabban up front. I mean, come on. We cannot lose to a team that has Lewis Grabban up front. But then again, I did lose to Fleetwood in the last episode, didn't I? So, when I said, yeah, we can't really lose to Fleetwood. But it's a huge game for the club. We have to make the 5th round of the FA Cup, and if we beat Grimsby, we could have a big team in the FA Cup away from home, and that might actually sort out our finances. And finally, I could be able to sign some players if I don't get sacked in the summer, which at this time of recording, we probably most likely will be. But we didn't play very well in the first game. I think we hit the post, and it was Geordie Hewler who hit the post, so it's good that he's broken his ankle, which means that I can't play him. But it seems we're going into the same sort of similar fashion to the Fleetwood game, not really many chances, and I think Rotherham are going to have the first one of the game, and Matt Jarvis on the edge of the box cuts in, and his shot is blocked and goes out for a throw-in. Now, a few of the big teams have been knocked out of the FA Cup already. I think I only recall City actually making it to the 5th round of the FA Cup so far, out of the big teams in the Premier League, so we could even make the semi-finals. And Graham Carey gives us the lead. I don't know if we really deserve it, but Graham Carey makes it 1-0. We might win a live com game for the first time, although I definitely had to pick a team from the division below us to really have a chance of winning. But that's besides the point. We've actually taken the lead for once in a match, and Graham Carey fires it past Lee Camp. We'll take that, and it's not really been the most interesting halves, even though I've been playing on extended highlights. But we're winning the game. That's the main thing. We've scored a goal. Now let's score a second, so I don't have to go through the motions of extra time and then getting embarrassed on penalties, because that's definitely going to be happening. Still not really many highlights for extended. I mean, I would take a shit 1-0 win, but it would be nice for a live com to have more highlights, maybe? I mean, what a great game. We might as well just do the Sheffield Wednesday game after this as well. I mean, we are going through to the 5th round of the FA Cup at this rate, but one chance we've seen all game. Oh, no, Rotherham have a chance. Long thrown into the box. It's all, Gillespie's dropped it. I mean, oh, Chaplin's on the counter. Can he do something here? Connor beats one man and loses out to the second. Devante Cole fires it over. That's it. That's game over. I mean, there's been 5 shots for each team in this game. Utter shit 1-0 win. But it's a 1-0 win that takes us to the 5th round of the FA Cup to play Grimsby at home of League 2. Yeah, we're playing Sheffield Wednesday in the next game as well. Fuck this. But there is only one change to the team that played against Rotherham, and that will be facing Sheffield Wednesday, and that is Connor Chaplin replaces Samba Diakite, and it's a 4-4-2 formation instead of a 4-3-3. Okay, another game, and apparently Sheffield Wednesday's away record is pretty appalling, and our home record hasn't been that great either. So it's a 0-0 draw written all over it once again. I mean, we're probably going to fail to score in the league, you know, for the 20th time this season. But Sheffield Wednesday have Jordan Rhodes up front, and Victor Anichebe, one of my former players at Sunderland that were playing on the left wing. He got 20 goals in the league last year. But I think the most annoying thing is that their goalkeeper wears number 2. Fuck's sake. But this is a difficult game compared to the Rotherham one. We do need to win. I think it's pretty obvious that we need to start winning games now. I mean, we went through that really good period in December, January with winning games. Haven't won really that much since. Actually, I don't think we've won in the league since January. And Sheffield Wednesday will have the first chance of the game. It's headed out. Now, we are playing 4-4-2 to counteract their 4-2-3-1. I don't know whether that was the right decision. My assistant manager said, yeah, it's the best formation to play with this team. Well, we'll see in about 25 minutes time. Sheffield Wednesday are playing it around really well. Rhodes, 1-0, 4 minutes gone. Well, at least the game's over already. So, at least we don't have to watch the rest of the game now. I mean, this is probably the stupidest save I've done in quite a while. Oh yeah, let's pick my boyhood club. But let's give me very little money to spend, and then I'll blow it all on one player, and then suddenly I've got no good players, and now I find out all my players are League 2 standards. Oh, and then you injure all my best players anyway for 5 months. Oh, and Connor Chaplin's through on goal. Well, I mean, that was so obvious that was going to happen. I mean, these episodes are just getting worse, aren't they? Like, I keep losing, which actually isn't really a negative, like, from your perspective. Oh, Sheffield Wednesday made it 2-0. I don't know who that was. Liam Walsh, their centre mid, is his second goal of the season. He's just headed it in. I mean, when's the earliest I can get relegated? And I've also just realised, if I get relegated, I get sacked again. So this might be the second time I've been sacked in the same save. So that would be the end of the series. I mean, we're starting to play a bit better now. Oh, and as I say that, we lose the ball. Fantastic. Well done, Proudie. Chaplin, now can you get it across the box for Samuel? Samuel's in there! And he's headed it wide for some reason. Chaplin, Samuel, he makes it 2-1. We're back in the game. Dominic Samuel finally scores again. I can't remember the last time he scored. Probably January as well. I mean, the problem is Chaplin's the only one in the box. This is a problem. Chaplin! Oh my god, it's a good save. It will be the greatest achievement in my football manager career if I could get Connor Chaplin to score in the Championship. He didn't score last season and they gave him a new contract. And they were in League 1. To be fair, we're losing 2-1 at half time, but I don't think we're playing too badly. I mean, we're getting shots on target, we're actually creating chances. It's just a matter of time before we score again. Oh, Palmer into the box, and Anichebe, that's game over. There we go. Of course, Victor, Big Vic was going to score against me. Of course! Is there any hope for us? Probably not. No, I don't see where we're going to get any wins now. The fact that my best right mid is out for the season, my backup centre-back is not there. This team can't score. I mean, Dominic Samuel's finally scored his first goal in 15 games. Honestly, what hope have we got? I'm not shit at the game, I just seem to pick the shit saves. That's it. That is it.